Hi everyone, and welcome to Serena's Creations. Well, today is my day 5. Oh my goodness, my day 5. It started off kind of rocky. Let me tell you what happened this morning. I did really good. I got my food all set up. I was all got it in my bag, ready to go to work. And guess what? I left the bag sitting at home. I was like, what am I going to eat? Thank you, Lord. I did have some rice cakes at work. They're only 100 calories, but I did have some rice cakes. So I was able to eat that at my 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock was a little stumble because I got off work early so my husband and I could go on a little mini trip. But I got home, it was about 1:30. I went ahead and I ate my 1 o'clock at 1:30. And then from there on, things just seemed to get worse and worse. So we were getting ready to leave. It was about 20 till 3, and I went ahead and ate my 3 o'clock meal. Then by the time we got where we were going, it was after 5, so I probably didn't have my 5 o'clock one until about 6:37. It was probably about 7:30 by the time I had my 5 o'clock one, which was fruit and Jello and Cool Whip. So then I just now finally got to eat my last meal because I was hungry because I hadn't eaten a whole lot today. So I finally did get to eat my last one, which was my chicken buffalo dip. So it was just one of those days where it was just one thing after another after another. But my stomach wasn't feeling very good this morning, so I'm not exactly sure if it was from my breakfast or exactly what it was. But I overcame it, and I made it through the day, and I didn't overeat. I actually underate. I'm probably barely even got in 1,500 calories today. But I'm doing okay, and I feel good. So I wanted to make sure that we talk a little bit about stumbling blocks like this. So when you have a stumbling block, how do you overcome that? For me today, it just seemed like I had one stumbling block after another after another. Now, last night I could have allowed for a big stumbling block because I was telling you that I had told my husband to go ahead and pick up something on his way home from work, and he decided on pizza. And I could have had a big stumbling block, and I could have ate, 3, 4, 5 pieces of pizza. But I didn't. I had one piece of pizza. It was just cheese pizza with some hamburger on it. And I do like the little dipping sauce, so I did use the dipping sauce, put a little bit of extra fat calories in there. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. And this is the reason why I'm trying to incorporate everything that I really like too, because I don't want to feel deprived. Because how many times have we gone on a diet, and we eat lettuce, maybe some vegetables and stuff, but you cut out everything, and then you end up having these really bad cravings and everything, and then it just completely throws you off. So, but my stumbling block today was definitely leaving my lunchbox. When I got home, the lunchbox was sitting right where I left it on the chair. But I needed to make sure that I didn't let that ruin my day, and I didn't let it ruin my meal plans for the day. So I just looked for something that I had in my drawer at work, and like I said, that 100 calorie pack of I think it was apple cinnamon rice cakes, and that's what I ate. Now, it wasn't very filling, and I could have been bad, and I probably could have ate something else that I would have found in my drawer, but I didn't. I fought through it, and I made sure that I didn't eat more than what I was supposed to. But like I said, I think I went to probably about 1,500 calories today. So how do you overcome issues like that? Do you allow stumbling blocks like that to just completely sabotage what you're trying to do? I know in the past that has happened to me, but I'm trying very hard to learn how to overcome these kinds of things, because it's life. There's always going to be something that is going to come along. So like right now, today was my day 5. I didn't get to videotape this morning. I didn't get to videotape this afternoon. Here it is, 10:30 at night, and I said to myself, I've got to make sure that I sit down and do this, because this is something that I want to do. I could have let everything that happened today sabotage everything that I'm trying to stand for, everything that I'm trying to share with you, but I didn't want that to happen. So now my husband and I are on a little mini vacation, and we didn't plan to eat out or anything like that. He picked up something to eat on the way, and I brought my food with me. I went ahead, and before I left the house, I prepared some of the meals that I've already eaten this week, because it was easier for me to just go ahead and use what I've already done. So that way I wasn't trying to, come up with some new food or something like that. But I mean, there's so many different options out there. I mean, I know that many of you are, parents, and you might have children at the house that you've got to cook for. And that is something that is very hard. I've been there. I have 4 kids. So trust me, I know what it's like to have to sit there and cook a meal for 6 people and then expect to only eat this much. I mean, you want to talk about sabotage? That's sabotage like almost every single night. But you have to learn how to figure out how to manage that. So, do you cook something for everybody else and then you eat something different? Well, I mean, you could do that, and that's time consuming, and it does weigh on you, because you're sitting here fixing all this other food for everybody else while you can't eat it, and that's very hard. Or if you're doing like I'm doing and you're trying to eat just 300 calories every 2 hours, then what you need to do is you need to look at what you're making for your family for dinner. So let's just say you're making, chicken and rice maybe for dinner. Okay? If you're making it like a chicken bog, well, that's easy, because you can just, take out a cup of it and, pretty much guess how many calories are in it. Or if maybe you're making hamburgers for the family and French fries, you wouldn't eat the hamburger and the French fries. You would eat a hamburger without the bun, because you're not going to be able to fit that into your 300 calories. So you could have your hamburger with the cheese. You could even put the lettuce and the tomato on it, and mayonnaise. It just wouldn't be with the bun. And you'd be at your 300 calories. Now, you wouldn't be able to eat the French fries. I know that's a shame, because I personally love French fries. That's one of my favorite foods. Anybody that knows me knows that French fries are one of my favorite foods. But you wouldn't be able to have both. Now, Eventually, I'm going to incorporate having some French fries as one of my little meals. But for 300 calories, I'm only going to be able to have a little bit. I'm not going to be able to have, a whole large French fry or anything, because that's like almost 500 calories. Can't do that. I made sure that I brought plenty of waters with me, so that way I was prepared for my drinks. I have my Diet Coke. I drink Diet Coke all the time. I know it's terrible for you, but that's what I drink, and I enjoy it. So I'm going to continue drinking that, at least for right now. I did have a glass of milk this morning, though, with my breakfast, which was a change, because usually I just drink water, maybe a cup of hot tea or something. But I had a glass of milk this morning. It worked into my plan and everything. So, but back to talking about being able to still cook real food. When I'm saying real food, I'm saying what you are cooking for your family. So you still cook what you're cooking for your family, but you choose one of the items that you made for your family, and you make that your one meal. So for instance, let's say I was making steak and macaroni and cheese for my husband. Okay, something he likes. He'll eat a big thing of macaroni and cheese and a big steak and stuff. Well, I need to make the choice. Do I want to have a 4-ounce steak, or do I want to have like a little half a cup of macaroni and cheese? Because that's all I can eat for 300 calories is about a half a cup of macaroni and cheese. Now, could I do that? Yeah, I'm actually learning that I can, especially when you know you're going to get to eat again in 2 hours. I'm really finding that timer seems to go off quick. And I'm not hungry. My body does not feel hungry, which is very, very important, because when you if you starve yourself, then you're really, really hungry and you want to gorge. You want to eat and eat and eat and eat. But because I'm eating every 2 hours, I find that I am not hungry at all, which has been very helpful. There has been a few things that I've eaten and might have been a little struggle to get through the 2 hours, but there hasn't been anything to where I'm just completely, out of it. There just hasn't been anything where I'm just starving. And then, I lay in bed at night, get up the next morning. I try to make sure that I wait until at least 8:30. 9 o'clock supposed to be my first meal. Sometimes I eat about 8:30. It just all depends. So what I want you to get from today's talk is being able to manage what your normal foods are. So you've been hearing me talk about how I've been measuring out this and measuring out this. Well, that's because I'm only trying to make one serving for myself. Okay? I'm not making this food for my husband. I'm not making this food for my kid. I am making these single servings for myself. But those of you that, have to make sure that they cook for other people, it makes it a little bit harder to manage. But you can also take stuff that you have for dinner the night before, and you could put them into some little single servings to try to get about 300 calories. I keep track. I use MyFitnessPal to keep track of my calories, which has been really good. I've been staying, most of my days have been between 1,600 and like 1,850. I still have some to play in there. If I want to go a little bit more, I have it set to where I can go up to 2,000 calories. But if I stay with 6 meals a day at 300, that's about 1,800 calories. So I'm not a drinker, so I don't have, like extra calories in any kind of liquor or anything like that. And like I said, I don't drink regular soda. I drink Diet Coke, which I know it's not the best for me, but I drink Diet Coke and I drink water. I do like Crystal Light iced tea, stuff like that. But it just all depends what I feel like drinking at the time. So I hope that today's talk helped you a little bit. I'm really hoping that you're going to start your day 1. Like I said, today was my day 5. I'm feeling good. It's going to be challenging this weekend because it is a weekend. I'm going to be out of my regular normal routine. So it'll be very interesting to see how the rest of the weekend goes. Like I said, brought my food with me. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button at the bottom. And I will see you again on Serena's Creations. And thank you for watching. Bye.